You can hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a thin disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. Hi, that's just a little song for Hillary Clinton, little serenade for Hillary Clinton. And sorry I didn't do the kind of justice the Eagles did for that song, but I don't have an orchestra. So, but I don't have instruments. And anyway, that was a little song for Hillary Clinton. And she really can hide her lying eyes. Oh boy, lying daily now. This is what happened. This is the same thing as '08. Once she started to lose, she started to lie on a daily basis. Just throw a bunch of shit against the wall and see what sticks. Hillary talking about Vermont and Bernie and guns. The guy that got a D- from the NRA. The guy the NRA hates. Very few senators from rural states get D-. Most of them get like B's and A's. But, Bernie got, most of the D- and F's go to senators, who represent like New York, California, states with a lot of big cities. But not Vermont. And he got a D- there. And here she goes again. Talking about how most of the guns that people commit crimes with in New York come from Vermont. That's what she said. Now, when she first said that, I said, wait a minute. Can't be. It doesn't make sense. And it's a weird coincidence that Bernie's from there. So did some research. And I'm glad other people did research, because Lawrence O'Donnell yesterday just called out her bald-faced Clinton-esque lie. Vermont is on the bottom of the list. I believe it was like out of the certain amount of states that are around New York or close to New York or where guns come from. It was like right at the bottom. It was like 13th or something. It was like 55 guns out of hundreds of thousands of guns, some ridiculous number. And Lawrence called her out and said it's just the opposite. Vermont is the lowest, the fewest amount of guns that could be traced to crime in New York come from Vermont, not the most. I believe the most guns come from the southeastern states. Most of the states that voted for Hillary. In fact, I think all the states that voted for Hillary in the primary. That's where the guns come from. Lawrence just called her out on it. Bold-faced lie. Just a lie. Now, what she does is she goes to little churches with those nice little elderly women, and she says these things, and she knows they probably don't watch Lawrence O'Donnell. They probably don't access the internet, so they'll just believe it. And when they go vote for Hillary, they'll say, well, that horrible Bernie, all the guns come from there. She knows what she's doing, this evil woman. She knows what it's another song, isn't it? Evil? I gotta look up the lyrics. Anyway, she knows what she's doing. She knows she'll probably be called out by the media and by people on social media about it, but she knows that the people she's telling these lies to won't get the information before April 19th. And they'll go for her thinking she's so... They won't know she's taking NRA money and Bernie's not. They won't look that up. Hillary didn't say that. They won't know. So they'll go to the voting booth saying, Hillary's in gun control and Bernie's in Old West. They won't know any better. Just like most of Hillary's uninformed voters. This is the connection between Hillary's voters and Republican voters. Most of them are uninformed, low-educated. You look at the polls. Look at the exit polls. Lower education, Hillary wins big. Higher education, Bernie wins big. Younger people involved, social media, get the facts, research things, they vote for Bernie. Older people, nursing homes, don't access social media, can't, maybe too poor to have it, vote for Hillary. High turnout, Bernie wins. Low turnout, Hillary wins. Hillary's a Republican. She wins the way Republicans win. Low turnout, uneducated, uninformed voters. This is who you're voting for. You're voting for a Republican with a D next to her name. Look, the D's there. I'm a Democrat. The D has always been there. Bernie has been an I before he was a D. I got the D. Look, I got the D. It's right there. D. Disappointed Dunsky. D. And Hillary Clinton's campaign puts out a press release saying, it's really unfortunate that Bernie Sanders is leaving New York in the midst of a primary to go to the Vatican. Of course, what they don't say is Hillary Clinton's leaving New York to go to Florida and California for big money fundraisers. That they don't say. But God, Bernie's leaving to go to the Vatican to meet the Pope to talk about world peace and world hunger, those stupid issues. They don't matter in New York, those issues. But the money Hillary makes in Florida and California from Clooney and the elites, who we will be protesting on Friday, right here in California, we'll be marching in the streets of Nob Hill at Pishkavar's house, whatever his name is. Pishkavar's Nob Hill mansion. This is important. This is important to the voters of New York. See, it's this lying, this deceiving. It's constantly coming from the Clinton campaign. And it doesn't matter to them because the low-info voters won't know any of this gun stuff. They won't know about her big money fundraisers this week. They won't know about it. Like she wouldn't fly to the Vatican if they invited her. But they're inviting the honest guy. You see, they're inviting Bernie. Because the Pope and the Vatican know this guy's honest. This guy's for real. We're not going to invite her. You know, they want Bernie. They don't want to have those unfortunate photo ops with her when she's president. They want Bernie in the White House. They want the real honest guy. That's why he's being invited. And she's not. He's invited. She's not. He's at the top. She's in the rear. And they can't take it, so they make up lies, lies, lies. Constant lies. Thank goodness for someone like Lawrence O'Donnell. At least some people will see it. Some people will see it. So, once again, this is what we're dealing with on a daily basis. Those are the two big things right now. You know, they don't want to make it about issues, the Clinton campaign. They don't want to make it about the Panama Free Trade, where she helped millionaires and billionaires, her buddies, go stash money overseas and not pay taxes and hurt middle-class people in this country. They don't want to talk about that. Hopefully Bernie at the debate tomorrow will shove that in her lying face. I hope. I hope. They don't want to talk about those things. Why would they want to talk about facts? They want to make stuff up. They want to lie. They figure if, a certain amount of percentage of people believe the lies, that'll be votes for them. And the other people probably won't be voting for them anyway. So this is what their thinking is. They know what they're doing. If not for Lawrence, I don't think anybody would have called her out in the Vermont thing. I really don't. Rachel certainly wouldn't have. Chris Hayes wouldn't have. Chris Matthews? Most likely not. Got to stay on it, folks. Got to stay on it with social media. And got to keep on her case, because that's all she does is lie. And lie, and lie, and lie. A lie. She'd be the liar in chief. She'd be the liar in chief. And let me tell you, nobody, let me leave you with this. Nobody, the Republican Party is in disarray. Nobody will unite the Republican Party better than Hillary. If she's the nominee, all of a sudden they'll all be in love with each other again because they can't stand her, never could. And they know they can go after things about her that they can't go after with Bernie. They can't call him establishment. They can't say he takes big money. All those issues you can use against Republicans, she can't because she does the same things. And they know that. Plus all the baggage she brings with her, all the scandals, all that stuff. They can't wait. They will unite together. The Republican Party will be whole again because they will unite to beat Hillary Clinton. They can't use a lot of those attacks against Bernie. They just can't. They can use the same attacks against Bernie. Oh, one more thing. They can use the same attacks against Bernie they used against Obama. He's a commie. He's a socialist. Did it work? No. Didn't work once. Didn't work twice. Won't work a third time. That's all they can do. Speaking of which, I see plenty, I'm not going to say all, but plenty of Hillary supporters putting out memes. These are people who otherwise are great Democrats, who can't stand Republicans, who love Obama, kiss Obama's ass. With memes saying, is Bernie going to release, it releases transcripts to the commie and socialist parties? How disgusting is that? Those are attacks Republicans use, and now there are Hillary Democrats who are using it against Bernie. It was horrible when the Republicans used that against Obama, but now these same people, Hillary supporters, are using it against Sanders. Once again, as I say all the time, their hypocrisy is disgusting. Makes me want to vomit. So that's another thing. Look, there's one true progressive. There's one person in this race who upholds the ideals of a true FDR Democratic Party, and that's Bernie Sanders. Bernie's the closest thing you can get to FDR. Hillary's the furthest thing you can get from FDR. That's a true Democrat. Those are true democratic values. This guy, one person, this guy, that's it. The only person running, right here. Okay, that's it for today. I think I've had enough. Once again, we had to stay vigilant because she's going to lie on a daily basis now. If she loses New York, oh, the agita she's going to have. Oh, please, it's going to blow up. It's going to blow up. She'll be lying at 100 miles an hour if that happens. Let's make sure that happens. Let's make sure Bernie wins New York and wins this election. Speak to you next time. Mike Caccioppoli. Thanks for watching.